The doctor was horrified to discover that the dragon-shaped birthmark on the little girl's neck was identical to the one on her good friend's body. He immediately realized that the child in front of him was likely the lost daughter of his friend. While conducting the examination, he quietly pulled out a hair from the girl's head, preparing it for a paternity test. Meanwhile, the CEO, still single at 30, was kneeling before the ancestral hall being scolded by several elders. Suddenly, he received a call from his doctor friend. When the doctor mentioned he had a daughter, the CEO could hardly believe it, but soon, he received the paternity test results from the doctor. Everyone present, seeing the report and the dragon-shaped mark on the little girl's neck, immediately confirmed that she was indeed their blood relative. So they hurriedly gathered a group of people and rushed to the hospital to claim her. It turned out that 6 years ago, a female college student was drugged at a party by a scheming woman. She had an accidental encounter with the CEO. Not long after, the girl realized she was pregnant. When the scheming woman found out, she quickly spread the news at school, which eventually led to the girl being expelled. After that, the girl had to work as a waitress, raising her daughter on her own. When the daughter turned 5 and had a high fever, the dragon-shaped mark on her neck finally appeared. This immediately alerted the CEO's family. However, when the whole family rushed to the hospital, they accidentally missed the girl and her mother. The doctor had thought he would receive thanks from the CEO for finding his child. But when he opened the door, he found that the mother and daughter had disappeared. The CEO immediately flew into a rage. He ordered his subordinates to lock down all exits of the hospital. They had to find the mother and daughter. Meanwhile, the elderly man was anxiously rushing over. Because of his limited mobility, he was hit by a luxury car while crossing the street. To his surprise, the driver didn't even care about the old man's injury and blamed him for damaging the car. Just then, the little girl appeared. She pointed at the zebra crossing and told the scheming woman that it was her fault for breaking the rules. "You were speeding and broke the rules first." The scheming woman, seeing the girl trying to meddle, was about to lash out. Luckily, the mother stopped her just in time. She said that she had already called the police, and they would be arriving soon. Seeing this, the scheming woman had no choice but to leave in disgrace. The old man, watching the sensible little girl, couldn't help but think that if his great-granddaughter were found, she would surely be as smart and adorable as this child. Seeing that the old man was not seriously hurt, they were about to leave. Just then, they ran into the CEO who was there to pick up his grandfather. In the moment their eyes met, though both felt that the other looked familiar, they couldn't remember where they had seen each other before. 3 days later, the woman was fired for taking leave. By chance, she came to the CEO's company for an interview. Unexpectedly, the interviewer was the scheming woman. To get back at the woman for her impudence the day before, she tore up the woman's resume and mocked the woman for her out-of-wedlock pregnancy, claiming she was unworthy of a position in the company. Just then, the CEO happened to pass by. Seeing that this was the woman who had saved his grandfather, he quickly entered the meeting room. He not only apologized on behalf of the company, but also told her she could bring her child to work at the company. The next day, the woman brought her daughter to the factory to work. To her surprise, the scheming woman bribed the workshop manager, who then made inappropriate advances toward her in the office. The woman used all her strength to resist and struggle. Just then, she heard her daughter crying. She immediately rushed out of the office to find her child. She discovered that the scheming woman had falsely accused her daughter of spilling water on the finished parts, causing all the products in the factory to be ruined. The scheming woman threatened not only to fire the woman but also demanded compensation. The woman immediately asked her daughter, "Did you break these parts?" But the daughter said that she hadn't done anything to break them. The woman knew her daughter never lied, so she stood firmly by her side. She argued with everyone confidently. She demanded that the manager show the workshop's surveillance footage, but the scheming woman refused to back down. She claimed the woman had left the manager's office in disheveled clothes, suggesting she had used her looks to bribe him. Other workers, hearing this, began to criticize the woman's behavior. They demanded she leave the factory. They also demanded that the mother and daughter apologize in front of all the employees, or else they would lock them in a detention room. The scheming woman, seeing that the woman still didn't agree, ordered others to forcibly drag the woman away. But just then, at the critical moment, the CEO finally arrived.